Hey guys, here's some of the best things that happened to me in 2017. First off, switching from PC to Mac, the change went pretty smooth, and the reason why my family got a new iMac was because the motherboard fried on our 5-year-old Acer Aspire All-in-One, and I discovered Plasticon runs perfectly on a Mac. Everything shows up nice and big, whereas with a percent, the text boxes would be pretty small. Next off, switching from an iPhone 5 to a 6 Plus. My very first phone was an iPhone 5. I got it back in 2014 when I was 11. It had 8 gigabytes of storage, so I'd run out of storage pretty frequently, and I traded 2 vacuums I fixed for the phone, originally to Dysons, a DC-07 and a DC-14. But one of the Dysons was stolen, so I had to give that person a Dirt Devil Featherlight Bagless, and the DC-14 actually used to be my family's main home vacuum, until they took over my Kirby G4 80th Anniversary Edition. Anyways, then in 2015, my dad was upgrading from his iPhone 5 to a 6 Plus, so he gave me his iPhone 5, which had 64 gigabytes, and his iPhone 6 Plus he was upgrading to had 128 gigabytes. And then in 2017, his iPhone 6 Plus had this screen disease where the screen would lock up unexpectedly, and it caused him to upgrade to a 7 Plus with 256 gigabytes. And on April 12th, 2017, two things happened. My dog Angel passed away due to a tumor in her nose. Well, that's a sad thing. I'll talk about that later. And my refurbished 128 gigabytes iPhone 6 Plus arrived. Next off, I got Nintendo Switch. I wanted one since summer of 17 when I visited my cousin in South Dakota. And when I got a tour of his gaming room, he had a Nintendo Switch with gray Joy-Cons, and I got to try it out. I played Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, which was the first game to come out on its launch date, which was March 3rd, 2017, and ever since I played on his Nintendo Switch. I was like, I want one of these when I go back to California, but I also thought, how am I going to find one? I heard they're sold out everywhere, but one day, on August 4th, 2017, my dad and I went to Walmart to visit my mom, because she works there. Before we went over to the pharmacy to see her, we went to the gaming section to see if they had any Nintendo Switches. And yes, they did. They had 4, 2 with gray Joy-Cons, and 2 with neon red and blue Joy-Cons. And as I got there, one guy got one of the red and blue ones, leaving one left, and I was like, I better get that last red and blue one before someone else does. And I did. I got the last red and blue one along with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and a Pro Controller. And here's how much all that was. The console itself was $299.99. The Pro Controller was $69.99, and the games were $59.99 each. All of that was like $485 as far as I remember, almost $500, and after the purchase, I went to show my mom, and some of my money contributed to it, and I did an unboxing video when I got home. Next off, getting an Xbox One S. Yes, I got it for Christmas. It was the 500 GB Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels bundle, and I have quite some fun playing on it, and the controller is pretty comparable to my Nintendo Switch Pro controller, except on the Xbox controller. The A button is on bottom and the B button is on the right, whereas the Nintendo Switch Pro controller has the B button on the bottom and the A button on the right. And I also got some Xbox One games. I got Call of Duty World War II and Infinite Warfare Combo Pack, NBA 2K18, and Raid Out. Next off, becoming a South Park fan. Ever since my dad let me watch the episode titled, White People Renovating Houses, Season 21, Episode 1. With him, I fell in love with South Park, and later, we watched Put It Down, Season 21, Episode 2, and that episode had the best songs. And then I was allowed to watch South Park on my own, and on a car trip I watched South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut, and that was the first R-rated movie I ever saw, and the most cussy movie I ever saw. And for Christmas I got 4 seasons of South Park on Blu-ray. I got seasons 12, 13, 15 and 16, and I hope to get some more seasons and a movie on Blu-ray in the future. And I also hope to get some South Park video games. I hope to get South Park, the video game for the N64, South Park Chef Love Shack for the N64, South Park Rally for the N64, South Park The Stick of Truth for the Xbox 360. It's on the list of 360 games that we'll play on Xbox One. South Park The Fractured But Whole for the Xbox One, South Park Phone Destroyer on my iPhone, and South Park The Smash of the Titans when it comes to the Nintendo Switch sometime in 2018. Next off, I started 8th grade back on August 17, 2017, and I finished first quarter with straight A's on October 20th. 2017, and I finished first semester with straight A's on December 22nd, 2017, and I'm excited to return back to school on January 16th, 2018, and I hope to end the third quarter on March 23rd, 2018 with straight A's, and I hope to end the fourth quarter, second semester, and school year with straight A's on June 8th, 2018, and this year I've done the best in math because I have special help and study skills. Next off, I turned 14 on April 22nd, 2017. I still had fun even though no one really showed up to my party at Calentica's Pizza, because my birthday was on spring break, and everyone forgot. Next off, I hit 100 subscribers on February 6th, 2017. Next off, I hit 200 subscribers around November 4th, 2017. Next off, I have made over $20 in YouTube revenue. This is the most I've ever made since I started monetizing my videos around early to mid 2017. Next off, on September 30th, 2017, my family got a new puppy, Rocket, who is a 6-month-old standard Schnauzer. He was born on June 29, 2017, and when we got him, he was only 13 pounds, and 13 and a half weeks old, and now he's like 18 pounds, maybe 20 pounds, and the lady at the pet store lied to us and said he was miniature and that he would only reach 25 pounds. But now he's already larger than a miniature, and a standard Schnauzer can reach up to 45 to 60 pounds, but a giant can reach up to 90 pounds. Next off, during the summer I stayed in South Dakota with some grandparents for quite a while, and visited the Black Hills in Deadwood with my family. Next off, I had a really fun time, a group of friends at End of the Year World Expo Day on June 1st, 2017 at my school. Next off, on February 3rd, 2017, I went on a family trip to Yosemite. Finally, I went to Hume with my youth group and we'll go back next month. Now here are the bad things that happened to me in 2017. First off, on April 12th, 2017, my dog Angel passed away. She was a Parson Terrier, part Jack Russell, part Rat, and part Chihuahua. She was born on December 15th, 2000, and passed away on April 12th, 2017. She passed away because on March 21st, 2017, we found out from the vet that she had a tumor in her nose, and that they couldn't remove it, so they said she had only like a few months to live. But starting on April 11th, 2017, she screamed in pain all night because of the tumor, and before that Angel stopped eating and started becoming weak. And finally, on April 12th, 2017, when I came home from school, I saw that Angel's bed was not by the fireplace. Then I saw the iPhone 6 Plus had arrived, and I saw a note on the kitchen counter right next to it that said that Angel died in the morning while I was at school. Next off, my videos started getting demonetized. Next off, there was a YouTube purge, and I lost a whole bunch of subscribers, and because of that, I thought about quitting. But I didn't let that bring me down, and when the purge ended, I succeeded. Next off, when I was in 7th grade, 2 kids in school bullied me just because of my YouTube channel. They made fun of my ceiling fan videos. They made fun of my $0.34 in revenue I made back then, and they threatened to send a message to all of YouTube telling everyone to unsubscribe, and they also threatened to flag my channel for nudity and get me striked out and terminated. But I didn't let that bring me down, and eventually after my debate at school, they stopped bullying me and appreciated me and my good job during the debate. Next off, the power button broke on my iPhone 5. That's why I upgraded to a 6 Plus. Next off, I cracked the screen on my iPhone 6 Plus, but I got it fixed at this place called Phone and Fix in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for $179. Finally, my 5-year-old iPad 3rd generation, 64 gigabytes Wi-Fi only, is dying because the newest version of iOS it can support is iOS 9.3.5 and the apps aren't updating. So I'm hoping to save up for an iPad Pro 10.5, Wi-Fi only, 256 gigabytes, which is $800. And those were all of the best and worst things that happened to me in 2017.